Chapter 5 Variations of Peace-Building Practices. Welcome to Chapter 5, where we will explore different variations of peace-building practices. Each approach offers unique methods and perspectives, allowing peace builders to choose the most effective strategies for their specific contexts.
First is restorative justice. What is the definition of it? Restorative justice focuses on repairing the harm caused by criminal behavior through cooperative processes that include all stakeholders. Methods. Number 1 is victim-offender mediation, facilitated meetings between victims and offenders to discuss the impact of the crime and agree on steps to make amends. 2 is circle processes, involves the community in dialogue circles to collectively address the aftermath of a crime and work towards healing and resolution. Benefits. Empowerment, empowers victims by giving them a voice and a role in the justice process. Accountability, encourages offenders to take responsibility for their actions and make reparations. Community healing, strengthens community ties by fostering collective problem-solving and reconciliation.
Second is transformative mediation. Transformative mediation aims to transform the relationships and interactions of the parties involved in conflict, rather than just settling the specific dispute. Let me tell you about the principles. 1. Empowerment, helping parties gain clarity and control over their own situations. 2. Recognition, encouraging parties to understand and acknowledge each other's perspectives and feelings. The process is facilitator role, mediators guide the process without imposing solutions, focusing on enhancing communication and understanding. Outcomes, focuses on relationship transformation, leading to sustainable peace and conflict resolution.
Third one is community-based peacebuilding. Community-based peacebuilding involves local communities in the peace process, leveraging local knowledge, traditions, and capacities. Okay, nice, but what are the approaches? First one is grassroots initiatives, empowering local leaders and groups to lead peacebuilding efforts tailored to their community's needs. Second one is participatory methods, involving community members in decision-making and implementation of peace projects. Let's see some examples. Example from the local peace committees, groups formed within communities to address conflicts and promote reconciliation. Example from youth engagement programs, initiatives aimed at involving young people in peacebuilding activities and leadership.
Let's see the last one, which is peace education. Peace education aims to teach individuals, especially young people, the knowledge, skills, and attitudes necessary to promote peace and resolve conflicts nonviolently. Curriculum. Conflict resolution skills, teaching techniques for resolving disputes peacefully. Global citizenship, promoting understanding and respect for diversity and human rights. Implementation. Schools and universities, integrating peace education into formal education systems. Community workshops, providing informal education through workshops and seminars for all age groups. Now we explore to get the variations of peace building. By exploring these variations of peace building practices, you can choose the methods that best suit your context and contribute effectively to creating lasting peace in your community.
Chapter 6, Practice 2, Practical Strategies for Conflict Resolution. Welcome to Chapter 6, where we will delve into practical strategies for conflict resolution. These strategies are essential tools for peace builders, enabling them to address conflicts constructively and work towards sustainable solutions.
Strategy 1 is negotiation techniques. Let's see the preparation. First thing is understanding interests, identify the underlying interests and needs of all parties involved. Second is setting objectives, define clear and achievable goals for the negotiation process. What should we do during negotiation? Of course, the first thing everyone should do is active listening, pay attention to what the other party is saying without interrupting or judging. The second thing you need to do during negotiation is build rapport, establish a positive relationship by showing respect and empathy. The third important thing is seeking win-win solutions, aim for solutions that satisfy the interests of all parties. You knew now what you should do during negotiation? Let's see what is required from us post-negotiation. Follow-up. Simply you need to ensure that agreements are implemented and maintain open communication to address any issues that arise.
Now, after we covered mostly everything about the first strategy, let's see together the second one, which is mediation skills. What do you think is the role of the mediator? I'd appreciate it if you thought about it, but let me tell you, first role is neutral facilitation, guide the process without taking sides or imposing solutions. Amazing, that's it? No, the second role is encouraging dialogue, help parties communicate effectively and express their concerns and needs. Perfect. Do you think you have these skills? Until you think about it, let's discover together the mediation process. Number 1 is introduction. We need to explain the mediation process and set ground rules. Number 2 is issue identification. Allow each part to share their perspective and identify key issues. Number 3 is exploring solutions. Brainstorm possible solutions and evaluate their feasibility. Agreement. Facilitate the drafting of an agreement that is acceptable to all parties.
For the third strategy, we will talk about conflict analysis. Understanding the conflict, how to do so. To understand conflict, we need a root cause. Identify the underlying issues that led to the conflict. Then we need to recognize all parties involved and their respective interests and positions. To do this analysis, we need some tools, right? So first tool is SWOT analysis, assess the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats related to the conflict. A second helpful one is conflict mapping. Create a visual representation of the conflict, showing the relationships between parties and issues. Now, after gathering all the previous information, let's focus on the application. Strategic planning. Use the analysis to develop strategies for conflict resolution and peace building.
The last strategy is facilitation techniques. Firstly, creating a safe space. How do you create this safe space? Simple, let me tell you how to do so. First is ground rules. Establish rules for respectful and constructive dialogue. Second, inclusive environment. Ensure that all voices are heard and valued. After creating your safe space, you need facilitating discussions. To facilitate these discussions, you need 1. Guiding the process. Keep the discussion focused and productive. 2. Encouraging participation. Engage all participants and encourage active involvement. 3. Managing conflict. Address any tensions or disagreements that arise during discussions. By mastering these practical strategies for conflict resolution, you will be better equipped to handle conflicts effectively and contribute to building lasting peace in your community.
We continued the journey together and achieved our last chapter and practice 3, which is community engagement in peacebuilding. Welcome to our last chapter of our peacebuilding video training, where we will explore community engagement in peacebuilding. Engaging communities is crucial for creating sustainable peace, as it ensures that peacebuilding efforts are inclusive, participatory, and locally owned. What is the importance of community engagement? Community engagement in such a topic is really important. When community engage, they feel a sense of ownership. When communities are involved in peacebuilding, they are more likely to take ownership of the process and its outcomes. Secondly is sustainability. Engaging communities helps to ensure that peacebuilding initiatives are sustainable and continue to have an impact over time. Of course, when the community knows all this information, there will be a local knowledge. Communities possess valuable knowledge and insights that can enhance peacebuilding efforts. But of course, we need strategies for community engagement, right? Yes, don't worry, all covered. First strategy for community engagement is participatory approaches. To do so, we need 1. Inclusive decision-making. Involve community members in decision-making processes to ensure that their voices are heard and their needs are addressed. 2. Collaborative planning. Work with community members to co-create peace-building plans and initiatives. Second strategy is capacity building. To achieve this strategy, we need to do the following. To provide training and education. Providing training and education to community members to enhance their peacebuilding skills and knowledge. And als empowerment. We need to empower community members to take leadership roles in peacebuilding efforts. The third strategy for community engagement is communication. Communication is always the key. How do you achieve successful communication? First, transparent information sharing. Keep the community informed about peacebuilding activities and progress. Second is feedback mechanisms. Establish mechanisms for community members to provide feedback and suggestions. Let's see together some examples of community engagement. Example from a local peace committees. Groups formed within communities to address conflicts, promote reconciliation, and support peacebuilding efforts. And another example from community dialogues. Structured discussions that bring together diverse community members to discuss issues, share experiences, and develop solutions. Youth and women's involvement. Youth programs try to engage young people in peacebuilding through education, leadership development, and community service. Women's groups. So nice to support the involvement of women in peacebuilding, recognizing their unique perspectives and contributions. By actively engaging communities in peacebuilding, you can create more inclusive, participatory, and sustainable peacebuilding efforts. This chapter provides practical strategies and examples to help you effectively engage with communities and foster lasting peace.
Finally, the conclusion of our video training. Welcome and congratulations, you have achieved conclusion of our training session on the peace building. Let's summarize the key points we have covered and reflect on how you can apply these insights and practices in your context. The key takeaways of this video training. Number 1 is understanding peace building. We explore the definition, significance, and key principles of peace building, including dialogue, reconciliation, and non-violent conflict resolution. Number 2 is mindfulness for peace building. We learned about the benefits of mindfulness and meditation for peace builders and practiced basic mindfulness techniques. Not only this, but we also discussed negotiation, mediation, conflict analysis, and facilitation techniques that are essential for resolving conflicts constructively. The last thing we talked about was community engagement. We highlighted the importance of engaging communities in peacebuilding and provided strategies and examples for effective community involvement. Perfect. You attended this course, so how to reflect and apply what you have learned? Let me tell you, first thing you need to do is personal reflection. Reflect on how the principles and strategies discussed can be applied in your personal life and community. Consider what steps you can take to promote peace and reconciliation. The second thing you need to do is community action. Think about how you can engage your community in peace-building efforts. Identify potential partners and resources to support your initiatives. Last thing we encourage you to do is ongoing learning. Peace-building is an ongoing process. Continue to learn, practice, and refine your skills and knowledge. Stay informed about new developments and best practices in the field. To continue and achieve the expected results, we need your help. Peacebuilding requires collective action and collaboration. Join local, national, and international efforts to promote peace and reconciliation. Be an advocate for policies and practices that support peacebuilding and address the root causes of conflict. Use your voice and influence to make a positive impact. Lastly, we ask you to stay committed. Building peace is a long-term commitment. Stay dedicated to the principles and practices of peacebuilding and inspire others to do the same. Please don't stop.
By the end, we would like to thank you for joining us on this journey and look forward to see your achievements.